Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode. Sometimes companies get good news and sometimes they get even better news. Today we've got a filing that might just be the good kind of news. Let's dive in and see what PSQ Holdings has been up to and get ready because we're about to unpack a report that tells a story of investigation closure and a company moving forward. We've got some juicy bits about their stock and warrants, so stick around. Alright folks, our subject today is PSQ Holdings, and this report tells us they are a company incorporated in Delaware. They've got their own exchange file number and an IRS identification number, all the official stuff that makes them a real player in the corporate world. This filing starts by telling us about their Class A common stock. Think of this as the basic building blocks of ownership in the company. Each share has a super small par value, just 1/10,000th of a dollar. This is usually a legal formality and doesn't reflect the actual market price. Then we see something really interesting. They have redeemable warrants. These are like options that give the holder the right to buy a share of their common stock at a specific price. In this case, it's $11.50 per share. $50 per share, $50 per share. Warrants can be a way for companies to raise money or as incentives for investors. The fact that they are redeemable means the company might have some control over when or if they can be exercised or bought back. The date is August 19, 2025, and that's a really important date for this filing because it's the earliest event reported. This gives us a clear timestamp for the news we're about to discuss. Scroll emerging growth company XD. Now, this little checkbox here tells us PSQ Holdings is considered an emerging growth company. This is important because it means they get to follow some slightly different and often less strict rules from the government when it comes to reporting their financial information. It's like having a bit of a lighter regulatory load as they grow. This section, Other Events, is where the real meat of this particular report lies. It's not about the regular day-to-day financial performance like we'd see in a quarterly report, but rather something specific and potentially significant happened. And here's the headline, folks. On that August 19th date, PSQ Holdings released some very good news. They announced that a big investigation by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB, into one of their subsidiaries, Credova Financial LLC, has been closed. This is huge because government investigations, especially from bodies like the CFPB, can be incredibly costly and damaging to a company's reputation and operations. For this investigation to be closed, it strongly suggests that whatever issue the CFPB was looking into has been resolved to their satisfaction or perhaps was found to be unfounded. This can remove a major cloud of uncertainty hanging over the company and remove potential financial liabilities. This part of the report is like the appendix, telling us what other documents are attached to this filing. It's where they list the evidence supporting their statements. And here it is, Exhibit 99.1. This is the actual press release they issued on August 19th. It's essentially the official word from the company about the good news regarding the CFPB investigation. By including it here, they're making it a formal part of their public record and it's incorporated into this report, meaning it's considered official filing information. Finally, Exhibit 104, this is a bit more technical. It refers to an interactive data file, often in a format called inline XBRL. This helps make the financial information in the filing machine readable, meaning computers can easily process it. It's all about making information more accessible and standardized for investors and analysts. Now let's talk about what this all means. The closure of a CFPB investigation is a massive win for PSQ Holdings. Think about it like being under a microscope by a powerful government agency. For that to end positively, it implies that Credova Financial LLC, their subsidiary, is operating correctly and all the legal and compliance boxes are ticked. This can directly impact investor confidence. When there's an ongoing investigation, investors get nervous. They worry about fines, new regulations, or even the subsidiary being shut down. With the investigation closed, that fear is lifted. This can lead to a more stable stock price and potentially attract new investors because the risk profile of the company has just improved significantly. It's like a major hurdle cleared, allowing the company to focus fully on growth without that overhang. From a business perspective, it means Credova can continue its operations without the threat of penalties or forced changes. This stability is crucial for any business, especially in the financial sector where trust and regulatory compliance are paramount. It signals a level of maturity and good governance within PSQ Holdings and its subsidiary of maturity and good governance within. So what's my take? This filing is a strong signal of positive momentum for PSQ Holdings. The most significant takeaway is the resolution of the CFPB investigation. This isn't just a minor procedural update, it's a major reduction in a significant potential risk for the company. It removes a substantial barrier to growth and investor confidence. The fact that it's being announced so directly in an 8K filing, alongside the press release, shows the company views this as very important news. while we don't have the granular financial tables in this specific filing, the absence of negative news from a regulatory body is often as good financial news, especially when it relates to a core subsidiary. This should allow PSQ Holdings to focus on its business strategies and potentially unlock new opportunities that were previously constrained by the investigation. The presence of redeemable warrants also suggests a capital structure designed for growth. If we don't have the granular financial tables in the specific filing, the absence of negative news from a regulatory body is often as good financial news, especially when it relates to a core subsidiary. This should allow What's your take on this news? Does the closure of a government investigation change your view on PSQ Holdings? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any future corporate deconstructions. And remember to join our Discord community, linked in the description, to keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching. See you next time.